Hey guys, it's yet another Fango here on YouTube. So today I want to react to 90 Day Fiancé. So I'm going to look at a few couples that have an Asian fiancé and see what's going on, what their stories are. Okay, so for the first couple we have Richard from the UK and Kathleen from the Philippines, which is our neighbor.
When Kathleen comes to the UK, she's going to treat me like a king.
Okay.
King Richard. I'm a very busy boy. I'm out all day. It'd be my ideal scenario that Kathleen would do everything around the house.
Okay, so we have Richard here who wants to find a traditional wife that takes care of everything around the house. So my question then would be, is he himself also meeting the standards of a traditional husband? Because that's kind of the question that I always have when someone wants to find a partner based on traditional values. Because if you have the standards for the other person, then you sort of also need to be able to meet those standards, right? And it's great that he wants to be treated as a king. I think everybody deserves to be treated as kings and queens, but if you want your partner to treat you as a queen or king, then are you in return treating your partner as a king or queen? I guess we're going to find out.
I'm off to meet my friends, Gavin, Jenny, and Stuart. We're going to get drunk. I'm going to tell them all about Kathleen. Yo, yo, yo. Hello, you all right?
Okay, when I was in the UK, I was so confused by this because everyone kept asking me this question, you alright? And at the beginning I was like, am I looking that I'm not alright? Why is everyone asking me this question? But then I later found out that it was just a way people greet each other in the UK.
Alright, so why have you brought us out here, Rich? What's up?
Do you know that I've been dating this Filipino girl, Kathleen, for a long time now? And finally, I'm getting my chance to bring her over here.
Oh, wicked.
Well, I'm not even bringing her over here. She's bringing herself over here.
Okay.
I just get all the benefits, and she's doing all the hard work.
So what does Richard define as benefits, then?
She's going to cook for me. She's going to clean for me. I get to wake up in the morning next to her. She's coming over here to work for the health service.
So she's coming here, we're going to be working 70, 80 hours a week, and you're not?
Yeah.
Oh.
But she's going to do the cleaning, cooking, everything around the house as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
She's changing.
No.
Yeah, so that kind of answers my question earlier. He wants a traditional wife, but he's not going to play the role of a traditional husband who provides for the entire family.
Not expected to come over and be everything you want.
But she wants to be that, though. She wants to look after me. She wants to do those things. It's not me.
You don't need looking after.
Of course I need looking after. I'm a man-child.
Full-grown man.
It's literally built into many people that that's the job that they're going to do. And they do it without question, without asking.
But you prey on that, though, as well, though, don't you?
I like that. She's going to be the rock that's going to hold me up so I can go off and be fabulous. And I can go and work really hard.
She's got to work out.
No, the house is relatively clean, so it shouldn't be that difficult to keep on top of it.
She's coming here to improve her life.
She's coming here to be with me.
Well, I just don't feel that what you're saying is necessarily going to be an improvement for her.
Why?
Because
if she's got an issue with it, she needs to open her mouth and say something. I'm not forcing her to do anything, and I'm not going to tell her to do anything. She's going to do it off her own back. And if that's a problem for everybody else, it's your problem. You need to deal with it. Because, you know, you're speaking up for this girl, and that's great. But let her have the voice. Let her come to the table. Let her say, actually, it doesn't matter. And then, at that point, we stop breaking my balls.
okay.
Okay, so I would say that these type of things, you know, when the husband and wife both have to work and the wife is still expected to do most of the things around the house and also taking care of the kids, it used to be quite common in Taiwan, I would say maybe 30 years ago, so around my parents' generation. So I don't know, maybe in some Asian countries it's still common to this day, but when he said that some people just do this without ever questioning it, I want to say that it might be because this is the only role they have ever lifted. And of course, as he said, if Kathleen is okay with it, then we're not really in a position to judge them and to criticize Richard for letting her do it. But at the same time, it also just shows me how much Richard doesn't actually love this girl. Like, anyone in the right minds would understand that when one partner is doing significantly more works than the other, then it's obviously unfair, it's inequality. The girl might be doing this out of love for the other person, but the way Richard has been talking about this, his whole attitude really just shows that he has no love for Kathleen. He loves taking advantage of of her, but at the end of the day, he probably just loved himself so much more than everybody else. And also, a problem that I do have with him is that they didn't show it in this clip, but there was this other clip where he said this.
British women are just hard work.
So basically, he was intentionally looking for Asian girls just so he could take advantage of them, and that really sickens me. You know, in Asia, people are still trying really hard to change the situation of gender inequality, which doesn't just affect women, but also it puts a lot of pressure on the men to meet all of these traditional values they have for men. So for someone like that to have never experienced that disadvantage, to come over only thinking about taking advantage of the people, it's really sickening to me. Okay, so now we're meeting Kathleen.
Today, I'm meeting my friend Jen for a coffee. Jen is one of my close friends. We find time to meet. We share problems about family, love. So she's the one who I usually talk to whenever I have problems. I want to meet you because I want to talk about getting a work visa in UK.
Wow.
Yes.
I also wonder why she has to apply for a work visa. I mean, the name of the show is 90 Day Fiancé, so if they are fiancé, couldn't they just get married and she could just use that to apply for a visa and to go there and start looking for jobs? Because I would assume that it would be easier to find a job when you're actually there, but I don't know.
A bit worried. I worry when Richard gets drunk and flirts with other women.
Me and Kathleen have been in a relationship for 4 years. After 2 months, I decided to jump on an aeroplane and go and see her. We've mostly been together during that time. What do I mean by mostly being together?
I caught him talking with
Other girls.
other girls.
Okay.
I have a weakness for a good bottom.
When he came here, the last time he came here, he lost his phone and he was using mine. So all of the messages was linked on his email, everything.
And I was screenshotting the most beautiful of women or ladyboys.
I was trying to use my phone and then I noticed there were lots of notifications. And he was talking with some girls on different apps.
Yeah, she caught me.
But also, like, what were you thinking when you're using your girlfriend's phone to cheat? Almost feel like he didn't even care about getting caught.
He said sorry, but the trust was broken, so we decided to end.
Yeah, this is already looking great. So first he wants to take advantage of her and now he's also cheating. I mean, it's a real life disaster, but it also just makes such a good reality show, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm going to react to another couple, Ella from the US and Johnny from China, which is our other neighbor.
So because I've not had a lot of luck with Idaho dating, I decided to stop looking for men in Idaho.
Good boy.
And start looking for my fantasy.
Come here, baby girl. Come here.
My ideal man, it would probably be an exact blueprint of my favorite anime crush.
Go get it.
He has red hair, green eyes, and a fox demon inside him.
Okay.
But
sounds pretty interesting. I think it's the first time I've seen a person using their anime crush characteristics as the exact criteria for their ideal partner. I'm just thinking, what would mine be then? So anime crush changes all the time, but the most recent one for me, I would say, is Todoroki Toya. So let's see. Has third-degree burns, can spawn blue flames that actually cause the third-degree burns, tries to kill siblings to get parents' attention. Wow, this is looking great.
of course, he's got to be Asian.
Okay,
I think
another Asian
Japanese
obsession.
Movies were really a big inspiration, like the samurai movies. I love just how they looked in their samurai outfits. With
So
their
Japan,
long,
our other
luscious
neighbor.
hair.
So I'm also kind of wondering if we would possibly ever see a Taiwanese fiancé on this show, and if so, are they going to introduce the person to be from Chinese Taipei?
Their eyes, their face, their skin tone. I love everything about them.
Go get it.
So I found a social media page called Asian Men, White Women.
Okay, that's very straightforward.
And that is where I found my Asian prince.
Hey, baby, I miss you a lot. Love you.
Johnny is from China. He is 34 years old. He has an amazing smile, and his eyes are just perfect. When I first started talking to Johnny, I was like, oh my God, I just hit the jackpot.
Hey, Ella, it's Johnny. I hope you have a great day.
Johnny and I have surprisingly a lot in common. I'm like this Western girl, you know, who has this Asian obsession. He's kind of like an Asian man who has a Western culture obsession.
Which is guns.
We both love anime. Johnny and I officially became boyfriend and girlfriend about 6 months ago. But we have been talking for 1.5 years, and we talk every single day. And I really think that Johnny is going to be the one that I spend my life with.
Okay, so finally I'm going to check out this edited video that highlights all of the Asian obsessions. So I think it's going to be really funny. Let's check it out.
I love Asians. My name is Ella. I am 29 years old, and I live in Idaho Falls, Idaho. I love Asians.
I love everything about them.
I'm like this Western girl, you know, who has this Asian obsession. Asian obsession. Asian obsession. Asian obsession.
Okay.
My ideal man, of course, he's got to be Asian. So I found a social media page called Asian Men, White Women, and that is where I found my Asian prince. My Asian prince boyfriend from China. But my obsession with Asian culture is so much more than just cosplay. I love anime.
That's good
make
editing.
some good food for Johnny. He's gonna miss being in China.
Yeah, you and Pao are gonna be like really awesome for that.
Who's Pao? Oh, he's my husband. Oh. He was born in Thailand, so he's Asian.
Wait, are these people aware that Chinese food and Thai food are two complete different categories with very little similarities? Are these people even aware that Asia is not a country? Like China and Thailand are not just cities in a bigger country called Asia. I don't think it's going to help when Johnny wants to eat Chinese food and you show him Thai food.
Corby, if she's not an anime person, she's like not into any of this Asian stuff. I was like, dude, like what the heck?
You didn't like Asian.
What?
That's my thing.
What is she talking about? Does she know that some people marry for love and the other person's personality, not just the color of their skins?
The Indian guy that you met online.
I was in an online relationship with an Indian guy. He was definitely a mistake, definitely. So what I learned after Indian guy is I'm like, you know what? I think that my relationship is really good because he gets very excited and starts speaking all these Chinese words like he's talking to me in English, but it's not coming out in English.
The only thing that makes me suspicious about Johnny, it's him leaving his son for months. At least in my culture, you don't leave your child behind in another country and go to another country and go to another country and go to another country.
The edit is so good. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, so please leave a like if you did, and please subscribe for more reaction videos from an Asian Taiwanese perspective. And if you also have an Asian obsession, I'm not going to judge as long as you treat us with respect. And of course, it's even better if you're interested in learning some of its cultures and languages. So that being said, I do teach Mandarin Chinese over on my Patreon page, so you're definitely very welcome to join me. I will leave a link down in the description so you can check it out if you're interested. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.